Yo, what's up everyone? Okay, I don't even know how I'm going to do this video, but yeah, it's basically, let's just cover premixes. It seems to be a massive debate, always on the internet, always on fucking Facebook. Everyone starts arguing about fucking what they use. Okay, really, if you use something, then that's fine. You know, I think, yeah, it's a bit of an issue in the rotor scene that we get so argumentative about what the fuck I've even like run on there like, fuck that shit, we run this and run that. Okay, it is what it is. So I'm just going to give you a quick crash down, cut it down to the basics for half of us fucking dumbasses out there about premixes and that, and what's in a couple of them that you should really avoid, and you'll probably notice what it causes in your fuel and that. So yeah, basically 2T, 2-stroke and Castor oil, basically the two premixes that we all use. Okay, so let's just dive straight into Castor oil. So I've got one here which we have been using for the past 4 years, and there is a bit of debate on it, and I don't blame people on that debate. Okay, so so here we have Premix. So we have Penrite's 10 tenths Castor, race Castor's synthetic freaking oil and that. So we just noticed that the differences with the Castor oil is it's a lot way thicker and way gooier. Okay guys, and before we get any fucking further, so our mixes usually used to be for premix was 10-to-1, so that was always the golden mixture that we were told. So it was 10 mils to 1 litre. Even with that fucking ratio, especially on fucking RX8 pages, people were like, oh, what the fuck you trying to tell me? I'm putting 600 mils into a 60 litre tank. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, pretty much, bro. But yeah, it is what it is. So let's just, yeah, so that's always been our ratio mix. Ever since that, when I first got into rotors, I started dealing with Mark Julian at RS, because he was the only shop in Auckland who ever gave me the time of day. Places like RX7 Heaven, the fucking other place on the North Shore, Rotary Power, those cunts, you know, they're all like, they were just, they just want to take your money and eventually help you out. And Rotary Power, yeah, they were real anti against anything that wasn't RX7. It was real weird. Anyway, despite all that, Mark Julian from RS, to me, he's the guru for myself and a lot of people. He was the one who was always saying, 10-to-1's the mix, bro. That's what I use, and we always used it. So, okay, but with Castor oil, we have learnt that, because the shit with a downfall about this is that, yeah, it can start turning, so how would you say, like glue? Is it glue? Or goes all like gluggy, gluey, sticky inside your block. Now, that is because most people are using that high ratio for Castor oil. So when we've been running it, we actually only ran 80 mil to 20 litres. So that's over half of less what we normally run. And our theory has always been, if we can smell it when it's started up and running, it's enough, you know, because this stuff doesn't really smoke that much as well. So you could put heaps in there and it doesn't really smoke at all. So yeah, so we end up backing right up off this, and you're just using 80 mil to every 20 litres of fuel. So remember that it's 20 litres of fuel. It's not 80 mils to fucking $20 of gas, because what's that nowadays, like 7 litres, roughly around there. So yeah, that's where you start. Oh shit. So yeah, And I've had people hit me up and I've said, look, it's a good product, it does actually burn really clean. But with that, we'll tell you why it actually burns clean. Also, R30. So R30 Castor. A lot of people are like, yeah, fucking Castor oil, rah rah, we run fucking Castor R30, which you can't buy anymore. You have to. It's now the equivalent's now R40. It's actually a castor oil as well. It's a castor based oil. So all these people arguing about castor oil have been sticking castor oil in their engines as well. So again, the Castrol stuff is castor. Okay, so people are arguing that fact. Yeah, but we just have noticed that. So yeah, another thing about castor oil, it's actually a fucking vegetable oil. Yeah, it's actually, and it says even on the back, is a high quality castor vegetable oil. So when I myself and a bro put on a post here a while ago, said something about, you know, we've been stuck fucking cooking oil in our engines, which is true. I done it. I think the bro probably done it a few times, and it actually still worked. Pretty much because of the fact is, there's additives in this to make it burn better and stuff like that. But yeah, basically, yeah, it's a vegetable oil. It's a bio vegetable oil type thing. I think they've done it so it's more eco-friendly. I don't know the basis of it, but that's what's causing all the go up. So what happens is, from what we've known, is it just gets really high temperature in there and it actually doesn't burn off and separates in the block, and yeah, you get up this it's kind of like sticky as goo in there. So yeah, again, if you're gonna run your big mixes with this stuff, yeah, it's gonna do what everyone says it's gonna do. It's gonna start fucking clogging up all your apexes and shite. So yeah, so Penrite's castor oil, and the other one I said before, the R30 Castrol stuff, they're castor oils. Now, let's move on to the next one quickly. Modal. So modal's a 2T, so it's not a castor product, it's just 2T. Okay, so this is just 2-stroke. It's just straight 2-stroke. Even though 2T stands for 2-stroke, I think this is the motorcycle version. I don't know with that, but yeah, this is actually for air cooled. So tyre sticking on me. We've been running this previously, and also running this stuff. So again, what I was saying about modal, modal is also just a 2-stroke mix. It's not castor, it's not anything. So all the people with like having an argument about modal, there's actually nothing really that much special from it. It's no different from running the Modal 1. I don't think they make this product anymore. I'm very unsure. Got a few bottles of these. And then, yeah, that stuff. So we're not going to be using that anymore. Okay, so yeah, the thing is though, for those premixes, Modal is a ashless premix. Now let's get straight into that. For all of us people like, what the fuck's going on? Ashless premix is what you want. Okay, so we were running this, it's just for air-cooled bikes and that. We were just like, 2-stroke. And this is actually a low ash product that, if we did notice that our plugs would be always like real sooty, so real black, and we'll clean them constantly. Every time we did like a comp, we'd just come home, clean them, get the soot off them and stuff. That's why though, it's the ash content. So this stuff here is ashless, should say on it, it does say on it. Now let's give me a minute. Funny enough, doesn't say. So yeah, normally it would say on the bottle, it always says on the bottle whether it's ashless or low ash, and according to this, yeah, I'm sure I looked this up and it's an ashless product, but it actually doesn't say. So it should say it and also have the numbers on the top, SAP or some shit. So funny, it actually does not say. Maybe it's in the other bottle that we got. Let's check that out. Hang on. Okay, so it actually doesn't say on there. So normally it does say, as you see with those other bottles, it says ashless or low ash. If this doesn't say anything, I'm sure when I looked it up, it was an ashless product. Again, it's easier just to look them up. So, pretty much, all your premixes, you just want to make sure it has an ashless fucking content in it, because that's what's causing the carbon. And that's what causes all the fucking, as it says, it's not creating ash inside your block. So yeah, so all these people are like, this product's better than this product, this product's better than their product. Yeah, like, it comes down to your preference, what you use. But the main aim to it all, just find an ashless product. Okay, just make sure it's got that on it, and you won't be building up carbon in your motor. Your plug should burn heaps cleaner. I mean, they will get a bit black, but you know, they'll burn up cleaner, and you won't end up with that high film of carbon on your rotors and shit, and that fucking combustion chamber part of igniting. And yeah, so it's basically it. So again, rerun 10-to-1 mix. So we're moving away from Castor. We're going to go back to another product. So we're going to go back to just 2-stroke mix. So we'll be going back to our normal mix, I think, back up to 10-to-1. Why? Is because we've left Penrite. So yep, and that was on our own accord. We left them. So we're just going to go back to another product that we're going to probably move on from. Everyone will know who it is very shortly. But yeah, I just thought I'd just give this rundown, because a lot of people like argue about, you know, fucking premixes. So another argument that modal sinks to the bottom of the tank. Now, I've heard this happen, and yeah, I have kind of seen it happen as well, and it usually happens because normally there's actually an additive you're supposed to mix with premix into your fuel that dilutes the premix, so it spreads all through your petrol and stays through the petrol instead of like separating. And I actually learned that from some young fella years ago who flew planes and that, and he was putting premix in, and he goes, "Oh, you gotta put this shit in there as well, man." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I think that's what they do with planes, I don't know, but I just remember he had this additive that you added, and it just dilutes it, doesn't separate it. They say with castor oils, we've never had that problem with this castor oil, that it does the same, but we've never ever had that issue with the Penrite one. Again, we've always put it in our filler bottle, a fucking fuel tank, taken to the gas station, we've filled that tank up, so it's then just spraying petrol on all the mix, and then yeah, we've run it. I've never had that issue. But then again, after every event we drain fuel out of the K, we just drain it out and use it. There's no point sitting there going stale. But yeah, again, so that's the basics. This for us all dummies out there. We're not dummies. People get very confused because everyone on the internet's like, you should run this amount of premix, you should run that. Alright, as I said, I'm just giving a guideline what we use. It's not telling you what you should be using. It's just stick with your engine builder, what he says. If he's like, look, you should do this and this, then you know if anything happens to your block, he's to blame or she's to blame. That person who built your motor is the one to blame if anything goes on because of like grenading itself. But yeah, so again, castor oil and the 2T stuff. Yeah, you just want ashless. Make sure it says ashless on it. Stop all the carbon, stop your plugs from going black and real sooty, and yeah, and easier to clean. So I don't know if this video was helpful at all, but I thought I'd just cover that because some people have these massive arguments on the internet. The bro put up a video on fucking TikTok and some dude was like pretty much I never run Castor because what he said is true. Like yeah, that's what happens to castor oil and rotary engines. Yeah, it is. But if you're making the premix like fucking like super high, but then he came back and said that he runs Castor R30, which he wouldn't anymore unless he's still got some in stock because it's not made anymore. It's R40 now. Funny enough, Castor R3040 is actually a Castor based premix as well. So yeah. So all your modal users, all your fucking Castrol, Penrite, whatever else you use, hey, it is what it is. It's what you use. No argument really against it. It's just what you use, and they're all good as long as they're ashless products. There is another product from Japan, which I'm trying to work with someone to try and see if we can get that into New Zealand. What do you know? We've got some road right here. Sorry, I thought I had motor up there as well, but no, I don't. So yeah, it's called rotary 2-stroke premix. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. I'm just talking with some people like, hey, would it be possible if you guys could get this in so it's sold in New Zealand? So apparently it's premix specifically made for rotary engines. So it's made in Japan. I think Mazda used to sell it years ago, but just labelled as Mazda premix. But this is the company that actually makes it. And yeah, it's a cunt to get in New Zealand. There's a few places who sell it, but if these people I'm talking to can kind of make this happen, we can try and get it on shelves. So then you can all just go to a shop and buy it off a shelf, and if not, you can just buy it from online in New Zealand and just get sent straight to you. If they can make that happen, then yeah. If not, we'll try another angle with that stuff. But yeah, it would be good just to have a product that's specifically made instead of everyone just running whatever. But anyway, I hope this actually made any sense. I hope it made things less complicated for you. And again, this is the stuff that we run in all fuels, 91, 98, it doesn't matter. NA, turbo, it's always, it's always the same mix as well. And we've had no issues over the years. But so yeah, again, the Castor would run 80 mils to 20 litres because it's so thick. And then yeah, if you do run those high numbers, you will get all that chewing gum, clogging, gummy effect will happen. And again, with all the 2T, the 2 strokes, it's obvious. It says 2T on it. We're going to go back to the 100. Yeah, the 10 mils to every litre. So yeah, and we won't be using this again. So I don't know why we were using that. I think because it was just the time we were like, fuck it, 2 strokes, 2 stroke. Obviously not, because it's air cooled stuff. It's all made of different stuff, and it has it's even though it's low ash, it still has an ash content in it, and it's real noticeable from the plugs. But anyway, I hope this. Does it make any sense to you? Was it worthwhile putting this video up? I don't know. But I just want to just drop the bomb on this and just give you guys ins and outs. So remember, use the product you're using. Just look on the bottle. Make sure it's ashless. If it doesn't say on it, just Google it. Say, you know, is blah blah, is Mobile One Racing T an ashless product, and it will say yes or no straight up, and then you'll know, okay, shit. And anyway, if you don't know, you can tell by your plugs. Now if your plugs are reading really freaking black, like motherfucking black, and you can smell the premix, you're obviously putting too much in. But again, the ratio we use is the ratio that we use. We're not telling you that's the ratio you should use. The castor oil, again, if you're running castor oil, if you're putting a lot in there and you can smell it, it's kind of 50-50, but as I said, it's what I just said. As I said, we run 80 ml to 20 litres, and our theory's always been, if we can smell it, it's plenty, it's working, it's doing the job. So yeah, you just don't want to be putting fucking heaps in there. Anyway, that's my jibber jabber. Hope it was worthwhile. Next video, get back into this full coupe. As you can see in the background, it's been spun around, all the cars have been moved. We're going to get back into this shit. The temperature's starting to drop down here, it's going to get really cold, so we're going to try and smash this out. Even though it doesn't matter. But hey, it'd just be good to get them done. Anyway, take care, peace out. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Ciao!